Welcome back. Now we're on to some relationship discussion. And joining us is Sandra Odufaderin. She's a relationship expert, marriage counselor, a radio presenter. Ooh, nice. And today we'll be talking about at what point do you seek help in your relationship or marriage? Welcome to the show, Miss Sandra. We have missed you.
Oh my God, it's like ages. I'm so happy to be back here again.
We're so happy to have you.
I missed everybody.
Let's dig right into it.
All right.
So, tell us about the importance of a marriage counselor in a marriage.
Now, marriage counselors are very, very important in the marriage because there are a lot of hidden things in marriage that you never expected. A lot of things come up in the process. People expect too much. But I don't necessarily advocate for marriage counselors. I also say people that you are comfortable with. Like in my own case, when I had issues, I didn't go for a marriage counselor. Okay. My husband's uncle and his wife bailed us out. Oh. Like the early stage of marriage, you know, a lot of things come up, you don't understand yourself, you were having issues, like, and then I always say it, I was like, oh, I can't take this, I need to leave this marriage. I just need to live my life. And somehow, I didn't tell anybody, but they got to know, and they held my hand through it. And they held my hand through, they held our hands through it, in the process of all we went through. And looking back 14 years down the line, I am, yeah.
I should probably be taking marriage lessons from you.
I am grateful I didn't walk away because things that I saw as a big deal, now I am not matured,
they're like,
you know, to handle it. So sometimes it's good. Your marriage counselor could even be your parents. It could even be your sister. It could be somebody that you treat. It has to be somebody
that you trust.
It doesn't have to be professional.
Okay.
Like, okay, marriage counselor. But at every point in your marriage, you need help. At every point,
in your
you need help.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now let's break it down to some of these issues that it gets to a point where you're, like you mentioned, you couldn't take it anymore, which of course I can relate with. There's so many times that I told myself that, you know what, I'm going to give myself time to evaluate this relationship and see if it's good for me or not.
Yeah.
Now let's break down those signs that you as a couple need to look out for before you decide to seek help.
Okay, marriage is a beautiful thing, sweet institution. You find out that when you're courting, you have all the best relationship, and you call yourself, you want to be together, you want to love each other. Now, after marriage, first few years, most people from studies have issues like misunderstanding, they don't understand intimacy. Like, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't know I have to cook for him, and he wouldn't say thank you. And those days when I used to visit, he comes do breakfast in bed and all that. And then a lot of things, secrets and all that comes in. It's understandable. It's something you can manage. But where you should start looking out for red flags, when, one, you argue often. Okay. Argument is good. Sometimes you're watching football together, you're arguing. In fact, studies has shown that couples that argue, you know, on most things stay much stronger together than those that just keep to themselves. But where in a situation where you don't agree on anything anymore, all you do is fight on anything. Normally, one person will just laugh over it when you're arguing and you move on. Now you don't agree on it. Anything that person does, if the person cooks soup, you said is either there's no oil in the soup, or Maggi is too much, or the soup is too hot, or it's too cold. You know, you agree on everything is a red light. Okay. You need help. Because if it go on and on and on, escalate tendencies are, human beings get tired of things easily. You get tired of yourself. Now, another aspect is intimacy in marriage. Don't get me wrong, intimacy in marriage, when you are both healthy, we have situations where husband and wife are having issues health-wise. There are some women that give birth, and after the childbearing, their hormone system has changed. They are not interested anymore in it. I know of a guy, the wife is having heart issue. He confided in me on both of them. 2 years, they've not had intimacy. A round of applause, I clap for such men who stand by their women in such situation. But where the relationship is healthy, you're not having health issues, everything is fine with you and your wife, and you stay 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and there's no intimacy, is a red flag. There's an issue that you need to call for help. In such case, you either call for a marriage counselor, you talk to your parents, or you try to talk to you talk to yourself first. I don't encourage third party in marriage. Okay. I don't. But when it's getting out of hand, then you need help. Now that you have mentioned quite a few, I know that it's quite a long list. What are the questions that you ask your marriage counselor when you're at that point, or this person that's acting as a marriage counselor in this case? Because you've mentioned that you really don't, it's important to see someone that you feel comfortable with, that you trust to handle your issues. So what are the questions that you should ask as a couple? Some people don't speak out. Like I said, in my own case, I didn't speak out. I just felt my husband was not understanding, he's wicked. Like, why do you have to be doing all this? So I wanted to walk away. Some don't speak out. But when you have to now speak out, if one of them is bold enough to speak out, one of the questions you should ask is, what have gone wrong? We used to be we used to be doing stuff together. Now things have gone wrong. Now, if you are that kind of person that have hormonal issues, then you need to ask, why is this so? Why do I used to crave for this thing? And you don't crave for it. And now I don't crave for it anymore. And then for a marriage counselor that is reasonable and experienced, she should also introduce you to either see your doctor or a sex therapist that will help you, ask you what has happened along the line. What was it that your husband, you lost it at the point? You know, we need to go into details before we now start saying, is it hormone or is it even misunderstanding in the house? Because when there are no understanding between you and your partner, or you are not happy with somebody, for a woman, like I always say, a man can have intimacy with a woman he doesn't love. But a woman, the moment your wife starts cheating on you, as a man, your life is in danger. You know, there's one thing, so as a couple, one person could decide that, okay, I think our marriage needs help, but the other person may not agree. He or she may feel that, okay, you know what, I think we are fine. How do you convince your partner that your marriage needs help or needs work? That's why I said it's somebody that you love or you respect. It doesn't necessarily be the official word marriage counselor. You look at that partner, who does he respect among his peers? It might even be his friend. It might even be his parents. It might just be his brother or his sister. Look at the person he respects, speak to that person. My husband, we're going through this, we are not happy, there's no peace in the home anymore. And my husband doesn't seem to see anything wrong with it. And I'm sure, you know, like you have some people, when they call you to order, you sit up. Now, such person will call the man to order. And then if the person is genuine, some people are not genuine. That's why I don't encourage third parties. Some people are not genuine. Some people have motives. Yeah, like I said, it was my husband's uncle. He first built my trust. He first made me to love them. Now, before he now started asking, and then whenever he wanted to talk to us, he doesn't judge, he doesn't take sides. He tells me my own faults, and he might not even tell me. He called his son in presence of me. I call him his son because he's been there for us. And then called me outside and said, Sandra, you know I love you, but that thing you did was wrong. Now, because I know he genuinely loved me, I just said, okay, I've heard, Uncle, I'll go and apologize. Now, you need to look for somebody that person loves and that person is free with to express. You don't force it. You don't force it, because sometimes the person is actually fed up. Like, I just want to move on. I just want to live my life. I just want that privacy again. I just want where somebody will not control me anymore. I want to live my life. But you need somebody that the person can trust, that the person loves to be submissive to. Another time, by the time you have grown it, definitely you will overcome it. You just look at it and you laugh and you're saying, oh, thank God we didn't walk away. All right, quickly, we need to wrap this up. Okay. Must every marriage go through marriage counseling? There are times that you could resolve it yourself. Okay. When in the situation where you could resolve it yourself, you try resolving it yourself, and you are able to overcome. You don't need marriage counselor. There are some couples, there are some marriages that the man is even more matured. He will tell you, this thing has to work. We are not going anywhere. I am standing on it, and we are not going anywhere. We have to resolve this. They resolve it themselves. But where it has gotten out of hand is staying for 1 month, 2 months. Problem is going on for 1 year. And both of you, you know, another thing is keeping malice. Most couples are very good at that. They stay together and they keep malice for so long. When it's getting to that stage, then you actually need help.
Talking about keeping malice, which is very similar to sabbatical.
Yeah.
Some marriage counselors will advise that, you know, at the point where that marriage is in dangerous waters, they should take a break. What do you think?
Keeping malice and you're taking a break, I don't advise it.
Okay.
The only time I do encourage taking a break is when it's abusive, when the marriage becomes abusive. Okay. There's nothing in marriage that you cannot resolve. There are sometimes some couples even take a break in their own home. You just decide to leave the room and go to the visitor's room to stay for a while for you guys to sort out things, not staying apart. When you are already keeping malice. That means you are leading to the rock. But when you are staying together and, you know, there is no issue, you say stay married, when there is no abuse, like the man is not physical, the man is not beating, the woman is not beating, they are not getting knife for each other, I don't advise taking a break. You can work it out.
You can work it out.
You can work
regardless.
It out. Regardless.
Any situation, regardless.
It doesn't matter the situation. Our parents survived it.
Whoa.
We should survive it. And I want to say it here, it doesn't matter whatever challenges your marriage is going through, you can overcome it. The angel you know is better than the devil you did not know. If I had left my husband then, I'm sure I'll be regretting now, because now he's not an angel.
Sandra, you are amazing. I mean, you are always a burst of energy every time that we have you on the show. Thank you so much. I'm sure that a lot of people who watched this session learned a lot from Sandra. Regardless of what your marriage is going through, make it work. Thank you so much, Sandra. So after all of this that we've taken away from you, we need to replenish you.
Oh,
so
my
please,
God.
over to the kitchen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.